Hey everybody, this is Chiro with Midmoyo, and here's the deal. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm a little down and out about what I'm about ready to say. Um, we were gone this whole weekend, the holiday weekend, at our local casino. They comped us a bunch of stuff, so we decided to run off with a child-free weekend. And we actually had even some friends that knew that we were doing this, so they decided to come up and hang out with us for a little bit at the casino. So one of the friends actually had no idea how to play craps, and um, we went up there and started playing. He put out some money, um, he didn't do too bad, but after a while, maybe about an hour or so, he was ready to go hang out with his significant other. So he took off, thanked me, and I stayed there for a little bit longer. So table is full. Um, the table decided that it was kind of getting a little hot. Everybody had a lot of money out there. There was a guy at the opposite end. Now I'm on the hook on the outside on one end of the table, and this guy is basically catty corner to me. He's on the other hook of the other side of the table. Really big gentleman. He was throwing really good. This is like the second time since I was there that he had gotten the dice. So I was betting on him. Everybody was, because he's a good thrower. But he had an unusual way of throwing. It wasn't setting or anything like that, but he would pick up the dice and would almost throw them like this, so they'd come out of the back of his hand, and he'd throw them like that. And because he was on the hook, I don't know if it was because he was trying to avoid all the chips, because there was a lot of people around, but he was almost trying to ring with the dice, get the dice to ring around the back wall, and he was really good at it, actually. So, guys, this is where here's the deal is a little bit different. I've never been more disappointed in myself. I'm not gonna lie. This is not sugarcoating whatsoever. I was really disappointed, to the point where I was even sitting there for 20-30 minutes talking to my wife about it after it happened. It was just horrible. So, y'all's friend Midmoyo here broke the cardinal rule, the very, very number one thing that is always said at the table. I don't know if I didn't hear. Even the dealers say this. All right, I'm not gonna. I'll tell you. I'll explain here in a second. You can tell I'm a little upset at myself. Okay, so a lot was happening. A lot of money was on the table. We had, everybody was betting. It was probably like his fifth, sixth, maybe seventh roll. I don't know, somewhere around there. But a lot of money was happening. Sorry, the cicadas are out. So if that's what you're hearing, I'm sorry. Okay, so I am looking at my bets. Everyone's putting their bets out because he's about ready to roll again. I'm looking at my bets and I'm going, okay, what do I need? Here, let me do this. And I picked up my chips off of my rack, and I was going to put because the last number was a horn, and I like to bet a field after a horn. So I decided, oh crap, I don't have my field bet out. Let me take my $20 and put it in the field. Guys, the second I picked up my chips and put them in the field, I wasn't even halfway down to lay my chips down, and oh boy, throws the dice. I did not know that he had the dice. My fault. I should have been paying attention. I did not know that he was about ready to throw it. Now, the one thing I did notice, at the moment those dice went to him, he was one of those shooters who would pick them up and toss them. There's no downtime whatsoever. My casino, as well as many others, will always give you the warning. Dice are out, hands up. There was thousands of dollars out on the table. Everybody was betting on this guy. Everybody. Thousands of dollars were out on that table. I had a pretty penny out there myself, because I was pressing everything, and because he was getting to be good. He tossed those dice no sooner than I was putting my hand down in there, and one of those dice hit me. It actually hit my hand hard, because he tosses them hard, and he's a big boy. It reminds me of how Greg from 555 tosses, but the hardness that he tosses. He threw them hard. Hit my hand. What do you think happens? Fucking 7 shows up right after it hits my hand. All right, so let me explain this. The 7 happens, right? It was almost like seeing it in slow motion, seeing the dealers rake in the thousands of dollars that was out there. There was so much money out there, guys. The table was packed. And I made everyone lose a lot of money. And I'm being 100% honest about this. I wasn't, it's not a story that I was not going to tell because I didn't want anybody to know. I really was disappointed in myself. So let me explain about the guy. The guy, as soon as it hits my hand and the 7 happens, he's mad. Real mad. Rightfully so, by the way. He was mad. He was cussing. Not literally pointing at me or looking at me. Just visibly very upset. So were a lot of other people. Yeah. If anybody who's watching, because a lot of people knew that I have a channel, if anybody who was on that table is watching, I am so sorry. I really am. I felt horrible. Everyone, the dealers and the people who were next to me, they all could tell that I was really upset at myself, and they were like, if it would have rolled a 9, nobody would have cared. Even the dealers like, hey, it happens, none of that mattered. None of it mattered. I wasn't listening to a single bit of it. I knew what I did. I knew what I did wrong. I should have been paying attention to the dice coming out. I already had seen this guy toss. I know that the second the dice are handed to him, he's tossing them. I should have been paying attention, and I literally screwed up bad, guys. When I say thousands, there was like 10 people around that table easily. There was thousands out there, guys, and I made it all go away, and it was devastating. I felt I didn't really even care about the money that I lost. I really cared about what I did to everybody else there. I did apologize. I did say to the guy from a distance, I'm sorry. He didn't even recognize that. I don't know if he didn't hear me or if he was just like, I ain't even going to listen to him. I apologized to everyone around the table too. And some people were like, whatever. And other people were like, yeah, it happens, So, you guys heard my story. By the way, I ended up walking away a little bit of a winner, but not much. And it went around to that guy another time. And before he was shooting, I was like, jokingly trying to break the ice, going, "Oh, my hands are up, dude." And yeah, he was pissed. He was pissed, rightfully so. I don't blame him for being mad. Now, some people while watching this, if you watch it through the end, are probably going to be like, "Hey, man, it happens," or "No big deal." You know what I mean? I get it. It's not that big of a deal. It's not the end of the world, right? It's not like I need to stop playing craps because it happened. No, but it is one of the number one things that you just don't do, and I did it, and that sucks. So for this, here's the deal. And I know this is a different one, guys. For this, here's the deal. I want you to tell me, first of all, has this ever happened to you? Have you been the victim of either somebody putting their hand out and it smacking them, or you putting your hand down and it smacking you? That was my very first time. I've not seen anybody else actually put their hands down there, but like I said, at my casino, they're pretty good at saying, dice are out, hands up. You know, they're telling you. I don't know if I didn't hear it, or I don't know. I don't know what the hell happened there, but my hands were not up. So, but has this ever happened to you? I would really like to know. If it did happen to you, what happened? How did it go? Mine didn't go well. He was very, very upset, and so were a lot of people. But like I said, a lot of money just got raked up. So what happened on your side? Please comment below. I'm not looking for any sympathy here. Hey, if you want to tell me, hey, Chiro, you're an asshole for doing that, go ahead, tell me I'm an asshole for doing that. But I would like to know your guys' story. I would also, if it's not happened to you, what do you think you would do? Because like I said, this never happened to me. Other than saying sorry, I don't even know what I was supposed to do at that point. I actually even thought about tipping the guy, but I had no idea how many thousands he might have had out there. You know, so what is my $25, $100 chip gonna do him anything? Probably not, you know. So I kind of just left it alone. I didn't know really what to do. So I would love to know from everybody else, what did you do? Or what would you do if it's never happened to you? And if it did happen to you, what did you do? How did it handle? How did it all fare out for you? All right, guys. I'm literally devastated. This one was a late, here's the deal. It's already the evening time. I ended up getting back just recently from the casino, picking up my daughter, all that fun stuff. So, still bummed about it. Still very, very bummed about it. The only saving grace was after a while, my wife and I ended up playing a couple of other games. She was up a little bit on 3-card poker. I went over when she was done playing 3-card poker, and I played a little bit. I won a little bit there too. One thing I've never done was go into the high stakes slot machines. I know we don't do slot machines, right? But I was like, hey, I'm up a little bit, and I actually wanted more comp points on my card. I want to try and jump up the tier. So I decided, hey, let's put a little bit of money in these slot machines because they'll give you the most. And we did really good. I've never played on high stake slots. And gosh, I mean, like within 2 or 3 rolls, I was hitting big numbers. So we did pretty good. We walked away with a little bit of money, so that's good. Really, really sucked for an experience, though, guys. I mean, that really sucked for my experience. I don't know if you could tell, I'm really bummed about it. So tell me, I'm going to end it now. Comment below. Hit the thumbs up, please. I will say this. I've noticed a lot of views on my videos and not so many thumbs up. Now, thumbs up, thumbs down, it doesn't matter. It's all good. But, you know, thumbs up would be awesome. So if you did watch this video and you enjoyed it, please hit that thumbs up. Let me know what I should have done too, by the way, if you were in my position. It sucked, guys. I am really bummed about it. I'd love to hear from the community to make me feel a little bit better, maybe. But I am very, very bummed about it. So let me know what you would do or what would have done. And I will talk to you next time.